the first African Caribbean councillor in Scotland.
Pleased to hear we don't only ever want to be there when it's something bad, we want to be here for the good things as well.
We feel back home. We've been
Actually, we are doing the tradition.
Where there's an event, Hello Africa. As you can see, I've got the police officer. Normally, you see the police when there's trouble, but here there's an event. I would like to ask them, why are they here? So first of all, I'll start with you, officer. Why are you here? It's just an event. Normally, we see you where there's trouble, and then some people, they are fear of the police, but here it's just an event. So why are you here?
We're here because it's really important. We really like to engage with communities, so we are here just to support the community here and to just to speak to people about what the police are here. We don't only ever want to be there when it's something bad. We want to be here for the good things as well and to support all of the communities that are living here in Edinburgh.
Okay, thank you very much. Also, seeing this kind of event is actually encouraging engagement and connection and kind of social as well. So what kind of inspiration do you get from this kind of event from different countries from Africa and other people from the wider community?
I think being a local community sergeant, coming along here and seeing that there's people from all walks of life that have come along to support this event, I find that really encouraging, and it's great to see so many people coming along to support it. So for me, from the community side of things, I think that's a very encouraging thing to see. There's a lot of positiveness out there in the community, and it's great to see.
So for people who always be scared of the police and
Don't be scared of us.
the police are your friends, I was gonna say, yeah. This is the one that I tasted. It's very delicious. What is it?
This is bao.
Bao.
Fruit, dry fruit. Usually it grow in West Sudan.
Uh-huh.
And you put it in a water. And then you add some sugar and ice, and that's it. You find here in Edinburgh, in Holland and Barut, but in a powder shape.
Yeah.
It's not in this shape. Usually found in a powder. It's a high in vitamin C.
Okay. Is that vitamin C?
Vitamin C, yes. Very high in vitamin C. You can try
Let me
taste it.
just have
Sour and sugary. Yeah.
nice. I'll keep this with me. I'll take home with me.
Sure. Some people they add chili and peanut butter to it
Okay.
and squeeze it, and very nice snack actually. Very nice snack.
What about this?
And this is hibiscus flower. You know this here. I think it's most of the English people, they know the hibiscus because they drink it as a tea.
Okay. Also, you can drink
Hot.
this as a tea?
Yes, as a tea. But usually it's very familiar in Sudan to drink it as a juice.
What's the name again?
Hibiscus flower.
Hibiscus.
Hibiscus flower.
You can drink this as a tea. Does it give you energy?
It has tea, cold or hot, whatever.
Okay. With even cold water?
You can add cold water to it, and then you add sugar. The same idea of the bao. And then you add ice. You can drink it cold.
Okay.
And again, it's very, very nice taste. And especially you can, if you got cold in cold weather like here, if you drink it as a tea,
Yep.
keep you warm and very nice. And even if you go influenza,
Yeah. This takes away.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you very much. What about this one here? Brother, can I just this again? This one here. What's the name of it?
Baobab. In Sudan, we call it gungles.
Gungles.
But here, well, actually, that's the name. All Africa, they know this name is babao.
Okay. I like people to see it first because
Yeah.
that's the importance of like having different cultures. Because actually, I never tested this,
Really?
and then my brother is the one who tested this, and then it was
you like it?
it's very nice, very nice. So let me. How did you make it here?
Again, you take where is the product? Take the dry fruit, you add some water to it, okay? You leave it like 2 or 3 hours, and then you take this away, and you add sugar to it,
Okay.
and you add ice, and that's it.
As simple as that.
Simple.
Oh
Yeah.
my, this is so
Yes.
nice. What about this one?
This is a hibiscus flower. That's the one
That's
we
it?
just showed.
Alright.
That's the one, but that's the different one.
So is that how it turns like? Is that how it looks like when you put water?
Yes.
This is another hibiscus.
Hibiscus flower. This is
Hibiscus flower, yeah.
This is a traditional and very famous thing in Sudan,
Uh-huh.
especially in Ramadan.
Okay.
We start tomorrow or after tomorrow.
Uh-huh.
It's called abre or hulumur. You know what's mean hulumur?
No,
Like sour and sweet.
Okay. Abre.
Okay. Abre, yes. And this is come from sorghum.
Right.
It's come from sorghum.
Can I eat it without?
Yeah, yes, you can eat it. Yeah. Okay. But when you eat it fresh, it's very delicious. More than when you just eat it dry.
Yeah.
The other things, you put it in a water again, you soak the water,
Yeah.
okay? And you take this away, and you add sugar to it, and that's it.
I would like, brother, can I test this one as well? Because I would like to. This one tastes so sweet, but I didn't know that you can make it simple as that's the way you
It's
just
simple,
explained.
yeah, it's very simple.
Did you put sugar in here as well?
Put sugar here.
So you put sugar in this one as well?
They all have sugar on it.
How do you know the quantity of sugar? Because you
Well,
may
you
end up
don't,
putting
you
less
don't
on.
know actually. But the thing, if you diabetic or so, you can just reduce the sugar. Because most of, now, diabetic has become more, like high in Sudan or anywhere. So if you're diabetic, you can just reduce the sugar a wee bit, or you can put sweetness instead of sugar.
It's very nice in that discovering a different
Culture.
culture, different drinks. We are all from Africa, but I never tasted this before.
But there is a lot of people who came here. We all, share the same thing, the same product. They all have a bao, a part of kangu.
Bao bao?
Bao.
Bao bao, that's a big tree.
It's big tree. Sometimes they save the water on it.
Okay.
Especially in West Sudan, because some area they don't have water all the year.
So where can I get here in Scotland?
You can't find it, unfortunately. You have to come to Sudanese community. Today.
Okay, if you want to get this, you have to come to Sudanese community. That's what our sister's saying.
Well, see, people just give me a new idea to open a shop here because they all ask about this.
It's so nice. I'm not kidding. It's so nice, so nice. Yeah. So, ladies and gentlemen, as I said, this is Best Way TV, and then this is a Hello Africa event. We can see our brother here is from Sudan as well. He's holding the cup. He just gave me the taste of this, and it tastes so nice, brother. So, what's your impression about this event, Hello Africa?
Oh, just nice, but we're feeling home, everybody coming together. That's how we feel back home. We've been away from Africa a long time, but now we're feeling we're back home.
So, you can see kind of like the idea of African unity coming along.
African unity coming along, coming stronger, and everyone present his country is a nice way. We got a good face. We're living like brothers here. A big country and one is Scotland and many nation everywhere and different culture.
Thank you very much, brother. We are actually in Edinburgh at Hello Africa, yeah?
Yeah.
That's the name of the event, yeah?
Hello, Africa.
Hello Africa, yeah. I see you representing. What is your
The banner there.
yeah, your banner? Our banner is culture inspired. And then I can see around you, you are surrounded with lots of stuff. What culture are you presenting to the Scottish community today?
Actually, we are doing the tradition designs, mainly from Maasai and Scottish. So our culture is specialized from traditional Maasai and Scottish, but we do other culture as well for other Africans and other Europeans. But we started with Maasai and Scottish.
So, is this part of, how do you call this? Is that Maasai slippers or sandals or?
No, actually, this is a culture-inspired design.
It's just a cow. You made it.
Yeah, I made myself. I designed myself. I
designed
didn't
this by
make.
yourself?
Yeah,
Wow, this is nice. Can I?
Yeah,
Can someone try that? 'Cause this is for me, female, yeah?
Yeah, This doesn't have a male, but we've got male shoes.
Okay.
If you have.
This one for Maasai as well. I can put down. This one for Maasai.
Yeah? Oh, no, that's Africa.
This is just
Yeah.
Africa. Let's see how I'm gonna look like.
No? No. Don't do that. Yeah, thanks.
Do I look like an African now?
Yeah, if you remove this one.
If I remove this
Yeah.
one, but I cannot take this in front of people.
No, you can do that.
you go, this one is you put on your neck, around your neck,
Yeah, that's for the neck. Mainly for the neck.
and what about this one?
This one goes. Oh, this is. I don't know the names.
How do you
but
call
yeah.
this? You made it. Did you made it?
It's ungo, and they are just like
What? What?
Ungo. We call
Ungo.
it ungo. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
In Congo we call it lungo.
Ungo. Yeah. This
Ungo.
One, no, don't carry that.
So
Don't
you've
carry-
got a lot of stuff. Did you make all of this by yourself?
Yeah. We design and we send it to Africa. So we.
Oh, so you design it in Scotland and then you send it to Africa?
No, we design and we request it from Africa because these are all made in Africa.
So you
no?
design
No?
you design this in Scotland and then you reproduce it in Africa.
Yeah, for example, this one we ask. These are our design. We request it. As you can see, they are quite different from the one you know. We mix with the seed.
How do you put it on? Put it on first.
We mix
That
with
for
the
female, yeah? Try them on. Yeah. Is that for me?
It's bound for me to show because I'm a culture-inspired director.
Yeah.
So whatever I put my name in, I need to get paid.
Okay. Okay. How do you add this on? This
No,
is-
these are bangles, so
Okay.
they go around your neck.
They go around your neck.
Your hands.
Your arms, all right, okay. So is that not too much? And this one goes around your neck as well.
No, actually it's not.
Can I put like this?
Yeah, but that's for ladies.
That's for ladies, yeah?
uh-huh.
I need to take it off then.
Heavy, but yeah, it's part of the beauty.
Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, this is about just representing Maasai culture. We are actually in Scotland, and this event is actually a multicultural event. There's Scottish people here, and there's a lot of African people from different countries, and then they are here just to create connection. It's time for African people to drop their differences and come together, and then leave a footmark in this country that everybody can remember positively. So there's a lot of tables here with different messages. I think there's a different banners there with also good message. Beautiful woman.
Lady? Probably old enough to be your mother.
No.
Really?
No. Right. Sorry, what's your name first before we can start this interview?
My name's Ferial Purin.
Okay. Actually, I actually heard one of your, I can call it poem or a speech. You say like, it doesn't matter where you are, it doesn't matter where you come from, it doesn't matter what color you are, but you just need to be awesome. What did you mean by that?
What I meant by that is that when you pitch up in any scenario, you determine who you are. In other words, doesn't matter what color your skin is. What matters is who you are as a person, because who you are as a person actually forces somebody else to see you as a human and nothing else. That's what I mean by being awesome.
What organization you come from?
Well, I started an organization called Ignite Life.
Okay.
And we're all about personal development. So it's all about kind of developing the inner parts of who you are so that you can go and develop the outer world.
Okay.
Because everything that we do, everything we create comes from within ourselves.
I know this event is called Hello Africans, yeah?
Yes.
But I can see there's a lot of mixture. Is that the message that you like to send out there, like about people getting engaged with the wider community and then leave a good footmark?
Absolutely. As part of my little speech or whatever, you know, this is what I said. I said that it is time we stop seeing the color of our skin. We stop seeing our differences. We celebrate them because they're awesome. But the thing that I would long to see is that we see ourselves as human beings first and foremost.
As a human being who are living
in Scotland
and
planet Earth.
Exactly, that's what I was looking for. Thank you very much. Nice to meet you again.
Thank you.
Thank you. The first African Caribbean councillor in Scotland and the first Rasta, if I can say so. So seeing you here, Graham, and this event about African community getting together, about connection, what's the message?
Well, there's several messages. Obviously, the first one is it's Africa Liberation Day. The Organization of African Unity is about Pan-African unity and integration. So whichever part of Africa we come from, whether it's on the continent, in the diaspora, or in the what I call the offshore islands, you know, like Jamaica. It's 3,000 miles offshore, but it's still Africa. So wherever we're from in the African world, African unity is important to us. And obviously it's important here in Edinburgh. And
is that just for the Africans, or is that like African unity with the other community, or just for the Africans?
I would say that whichever Africans we are, we need to be unified in the cities where we live in order to punch up our true weight and to have our true value. Basically, we as a community are, you know, we're lagging behind other ethnic communities who've lived here the same amount of time that we have. And it's only now we're starting to get involved in the political process because our community is growing. It's doubled in size every 10 years in this country. We're now at about 45,000 people. That means in Glasgow and Edinburgh, we're now making up a sizable chunk of the minority population. We are now the second largest visible minority in this country.
There's no denying that we see you all over the place, everywhere. We see you in Scotland, we see you in Lanarkshire, now we are in Edinburgh, you are here, and mostly with African community. And there's no denying that you help a lot of community to get together and get stronger, and with some difficulties that they are facing, you're actually there. Is that your way of being, like, just be there to help the African community get stronger, or?
Well, certainly we need that, and some of the experiences I have in fundraising, in community development, and in community organizing, we need that badly. Part of that is, you know, we have our traditional ways of organizing, which are linked to our churches, our mosques, our life experience back home, but we need to do it differently when we're here. Here we need to be a bit more politically savvy, and that's partly knowing where to network, how to integrate into Scottish society, which groups and organizations we must take part in. LREC is one of them, the Edinburgh Lothians Regional Equality Council. It's a place where we must be seen. It's all the different places we must be seen. We must be seen in education authorities, in planning, in housing, you know, association, tenants associations. These are all the places where I've been, where I've learned what I know. And I know that that's the way forward for us. We need to get ourselves in those places so that we have a say in the decisions. When we have a say in the decisions and we're participating as citizens, we have a better chance of countering the discriminations that we do face. And there are some considerable ones. And I'm not going to lie, just because I've been elected, I know that the institution that I'm part of has a major issue. It is an institutionally racist employer because it fails to employ black people. And that's something that I, as a councillor, can't do on my own. I need the community's backing and support for that. It means the community needs to be making the complaints to their MPs, MSPs, participating in community councils and all the places where citizens.
Do you think by reporting that they're gonna have a positive results? Like if they start reporting and then maybe they'll get a good result. Do you think so by making complaints?
They must make complaints, but it's a question of how we complain. We can't just complain and then do nothing about it. Don't phone anybody or don't put our complaint in writing to the right people.
So what do you do if you complain and there's nothing positive coming up?
You raise it to a higher level. You raise it with your councillors, your MPs, your MSPs. You know, I've often found this. I work for an MP now, and I write to institutions I used to write to as a citizen. And suddenly, because I'm working for an MP, they respond to my letter.
I was gonna say last time I saw you, you didn't have this sign here. But what does it mean now? This sign here.
Well, I joined the Scottish National Party. That's the difference between this year and last year. I actually only joined last year after the Brexit vote, because to me that was a very seminal moment in British and Scottish political history. And I arrived from Jamaica on holiday that day to hear the result announced by my pilot. It was a real shock, and I went through England. I arrived at Gatwick, so I had to go home through England when this really strange semi-racist mood was out there in the country. And then when I came back to Scotland, I found that the atmosphere here was totally different, because we had voted to remain in the European Union. We didn't have the same racist, frankly, anti-foreigner, anti-migrant discourse that they have down south. We still care about what happens down south. And obviously in this week, when I'm wearing my black tie because of Manchester and in solidarity with them, because obviously we're in solidarity with them because that's something we care about deeply, that we're united with communities that are suffering. But communities that are organised are best placed to defend themselves against injustice.
Yeah.
That's my message.
Thank you very much, Grant. This was just a small interview, but we hope like one day we're going to organize a good one, Best Way TV, the studio, and then we can talk more about different stuff. But thank you very much, and congratulations again. Thank you.
Thank you.
Cheers.
My name is Christiana Lunge, the senior pastor in RCCG, Wester Hills in Edinburgh.
Okay, so what's the idea about coming together and promote the message about African people coming together?
Yes, I think ELREC has put this together, you know, for effective engagement in the future. Yeah. You know, we find out that, you know, there is a minority in African community in everywhere, you know, in the public life. Mm-hmm. And that's the reason why we have come to put this together for awareness and to speak to our people that, you know, you need to be committed. You need to be part of the growth of your community, and to, you know, to bring about unity in African community.
Is this about just African community, or is it about also the wider community as well?
You know, it starts with us because, you know, we are a minority. You know, we don't have a voice in the government as other ethnic minority too have. And we have just come to have, you know, to this platform. You are using this platform to make our people aware that everybody is needed. You can be useful in your community, you can be useful in the nation. So that's why we have put this
If I can
together.
ask a quick question, sometimes there is a lot of differences in African communities, and also there's also discrimination against African people as well. So what can you say about that, like in terms of like African people to come together and challenge discrimination and other stuff?
Yeah, I don't see any discrimination because I have been in this nation for 25 years. If actually there is discrimination, I think I will no more be here. The only thing is know what you want to do, be part of the nation. Because some of we Africans, all we come to do is to work, have children, and then later we go home. But when you find yourself, you didn't have intention of staying, you've come to study, and at the end you find yourself spending 5 years, 10 years, 15 years. So you're already part of here than where you left. And that's the awareness that we say you need to be part of the people. We don't have to segregate ourselves and be apart.
Yeah.
You see?
So it's the message about being together.
Being together, unity is what we are talking about. And unity in the community with everybody.
So
and
are you advising African people who came here to work and not to go home, just we come here, stay and work and then forget about home?
Even if you want to go home, make sure you leave a footmark.
Okay.
Do something, that people will remember you of after you have gone. God, I just want to live for our people. You don't have to prepare to be ready to say yes. So you must be ready to say yes at any time. And everybody is needed. You are needed as well.
So yes to what? Yes to what?
Yes, to be part of the community. Yes, to be part of the building of the nation, because it is you who will enjoy peace.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. As I say, we are in Edinburgh. I'm standing right here beside one of the leaders and community as well, because I saw you passing the message there. First of all, what's your name?
My name is Darius Karab, and I'm actually born in Namibia,
Okay.
just about South Africa.
Uh-huh.
And I have been living in Edinburgh for over 20 years.
Yeah.
And recently I was elected as a community councillor
Uh-huh.
for an area called Leith in Edinburgh.
Okay.
So I'm involved in community at such.
So are you together with Graham?
Not really, because we live in Edinburgh. So
Yeah.
Graham is based in Glasgow, I suppose.
Uh-huh.
So, but I think we're going to have a connection here
Yeah.
now, so that we can establish how we can really do for Africans itself.
Yeah.
Being here in Scotland as an African,
Yeah.
you actually feel lonely.
Yeah.
So, and if we can connect each other and help each other, how we can really live together in our communities and make a living for it, then it will help us.
There's so many Africans there. Maybe they're going to watch this interview. They will say like, okay, you're talking about connection. How can they make it?
Well, the connections depends, because what we normally do as Africans, when you come here, we form our own groups. Groups of Senegalese, Gambians, South Africans, Namibians, like that. Now, that's good. I mean, sometimes people want to live together as family, based on family, but from family it forms a community, and from community it comes a society.
Yep.
So, but if we link ourselves and see the common things we are working with, human beings, we are human beings, we talk, we eat, we sleep, all those things are coming together, and then we can talk our things we need, what we need and what we give. And that will actually, we'll connect each other,
Yeah.
and hopefully we will see ourselves as one. And here we have to really make our voice heard. And to make our voice heard is when we come together. Because at the end of the day, we are going to live here, and our children are going to grow up here, and they will have different needs.
Yeah.
But if we really form them a basis, then hopefully they will also make a positive living in their own.
So if I get you properly, sometimes this event is here about encouraging people to get connection, and also you are going a little bit far of thinking about the children, how they're gonna grow up, obeying the rules of this country, and then have a good bringing up.
Well, yes, and that is what we actually have to look into it. That when you bring up a child, you have to think about their future, and education is the most important thing. Teaching them also your values, your culture, so they can understand where they come from at the end of the day. Because identity is also another issue we have to think ourselves. We will be identified here in our community as Africans, so we have to have an identity.
Yeah.
And they are not going to look at Namibians, Senegalese, whatsoever. They're going to look at us as Africans.
Yeah.
So that is where I think the connection is to come in, to raise your child as an African. Yeah. So that will help for a child's future in this country.
Thank you very much. Cheers, appreciate it.